Hey, Mr. Tent here. Today I've got a Boy Scout tent or a hiker tent. It's called the Slumberjack Trail Tent 2. It's about 5 by 7, suitable for 2 people, and I believe it's going to weigh in around 5.5 pounds. Brand new in the box. I hope you'll take a look at this one. Let's see what we got. Get out of there, you. Looking good. There's your Slumberjack name, Trail Tent 2. 6.5 pounds is a little heavy for a long distance hiker, but it's okay for a Boy Scout or if you're only carrying it a couple of miles. First thing you do is stake it out, and I recommend use a ground cloth of some kind. Even a sheet of plastic is good. It'll protect your tent from the bottom, from the ground, and it'll give your tent a long life. So I'm staking it in. Notice you've got some loops here where the stake goes in. Do not stake it through the grommet holes, that's for poles. Next we're going to lay out our poles. This pole has an all-clip system. That means there's no sleeves to run it up. I put the door in front, and it's going to rise about this high off the ground. It should be a very nice tent poles. Got a little gray one, we'll do that later. And we've got a pair of black ones. We're going to lay them out in an X formation. Make sure that these ferrules go all the way in. It's fiberglass. If you don't stick it all the way in, you've got a weak point. There's one X. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stick it in the grommet right here now. Sticking it in this grommet. And now what we do is we bend the pole, this one in a grommet, and bend this pole. Are you seeing this? The poles are designed to bend. Now this is what makes this tent so easy. There's nothing to run in the sleeves, so I just have to come up here and find out where it goes. I'll temporarily put it here, and then they just start clicking around. See it taking shape already. I can't reach all the way over there, but you see what's going on. This tent is strong. It has a lot of these clips. Always do them from the top down. It seems to work better that way. Last one. And here we go. 2, 3. Was that pretty straightforward? This last one is what gives the tent its vertical height. It's got 2 little cross poles, one here and the other one over here. All the new tents are doing this. The purpose is to make the sides of the tent come out. And that is a tent. Let me show you this side pole a second time. It's got just a little plastic connector here. I'm going to reach over this time. Here's my other connector. And what it does is it makes the center of the tent come out instead of tapering it in. And I think it's very clever. Slumberjack Trail Tent 2. Let's walk around and see what we've got. We're going to go inside the tent and see how she's looking. The tent is almost all mesh. I measured about the same specs as the box said. 1 inch short of 7 feet and 54 inches across and 43-inch height. This is a gear bag. This floor feels nice and new, of course. Second gear bag, and almost all mesh. Completely. I'm impressed by the number of clips that the tent has. I think that's good because it's connecting to mesh and seams. Coming around the outside, it looks completely symmetrical. just the one door. Let me demonstrate a nice click feature of this rainfly. It's got a click connector. Ease this out a little bit for later. You just reach down and click in. These clickers are very nice. You find them on expensive tents and also on this Slumberjack. The click connector, very nice. Okay, now for the rainfly. There's several ways to do it, 2 people or however. I like to click in one corner. See, I've already got that corner clicked in. Once I've got that, I just pitch it over, find my next corner and click in with my clicker. Come over here, give it a little shake so it'll fall into place. You want some reinforced corners to be right on the poles here. Remember these top poles? You want these little reinforced corners to be there. And my final clickers here. I already adjusted these out. Remember to ease them out so you can do it easily. The final item is the Vestibule. It comes out like this and just clicks in like so. At this point, I'm feeling for the reinforcement here. At this point we're done. Let's open this up and see what we got. This is your storage area, and also under here by the rainfly you can store your backpack. And this is your main section of your tent. It's all ready to go. Very fast and easy. Any Boy Scout or camper can do this very quickly if you think rain is threatening. And that's your rainfly. Nice. Oh, guy outs. If you've got high wind, this is a little guy out to give you extra protection. You tie out a line and you're in business. Let's take a little walk around this tent just so you can see the profile of it. Here we're looking at the end. This is what I call the head end because this is the end that has the door. The back side is here. Notice this flapping. I forgot to mention, this is also a little guy out. You guy it out like this and you get some ventilation. I would attach a stronger line to it, a longer line to it, but it shouldn't be flapping. It should be guyed out a little bit too. That just adds to your comfort. Here we are at the foot end. You can see the vestibule is goodly size. I think it comes out about 3 feet from the edge of the tent. Plenty of space to store some gear. Last walk around and then a quick look inside. You're very well protected. And you got plenty of privacy and ventilation. Well, that is your Slumberjack Trail Tent 2 backpacking tent. Very easy to build, very economical, and ready for adventure. Nice 2-person tent. Well, from the hills and trails of Austin, Texas, Mr. Tent saying good luck and see you on the trail. Mr. Tent with a couple of final notes. This is a high wind guy out. It's on all 4 corners. I've just got it attached to a bungee cord to show you how it works. But you stake it out at diagonal from your tent and it gives you more strength. Do not use bungees, use regular cordage because you're trying to boost. Also, these stakes that you get weigh almost a pound. If you use aluminum stakes, they gave you 10 stakes. If you use aluminum, you'll save more than half of that and you'll bring your weight down to under 6 pounds. And lastly, I stuck a piece of bungee cord on this rear guy out. They gave us a short little piece of black, but I stuck a longer piece of guy out, and you can see that it's forming up very nicely. That little shorty is too short. So that's the only thing I would add to this Slumberjack, is this little guy out on the back. Just use any kind of cord or a bungee cord, and that'll give you a good result.